there's a rumor going around that the Sheldon is going away, and I noticed that if you go into any Red Wing store and you look on the heritage side, you'll know that you cannot find the Beckman, and then now you can no longer find the Sheldon in stores. So I don't know, it seems to be true if you can't find it in stores. If you did not get the Sheldon and you want to get the Sheldon, you can still find it online. But yeah, that's quite interesting that rumor that it may be going away. I'm not sure how I feel about that. And then the second thing is I'll be in Miami next week. I'm not sure which boots I'm gonna take with me because I know it's gonna be quite warm. I've never been to Miami. I know it's humid down there, and I know that it rains a lot. And it's probably gonna be in the 80s. Definitely gonna wear boots. I'm just not sure which ones yet. So let's get started. Hey everyone, today it's all about the Moc Toe, and I'm wearing the 8859 in the navy, and you see behind me all the Moc Toes because we're talking about the Red Wing Classic 875, the Classic Moc in the Oro leather. This leather is absolutely gorgeous. Now, I do not own this boot, not yet, sadly, and I should because this is a classic just like the 877. I don't own that either, but those two are the Red Wing standards, I know. Like the Beckman. Thank you so much to Red Wing Heritage NYC and Grown and Sewn for allowing me to bring you this 875 today. If you are not following them on Instagram, it's at Red Wing Heritage NYC. They have great guys, great stuff there, and Grown and Sewn has really good clothes. Okay, so let's get into the Red Wing 875 Classic Moc. Okay, the Red Wing 875 Classic Moc. 6 inches of premium Red Wing Oro Legacy leather combined with Goodyear Weld construction, traction tread, rubber outsole, and that triple stitch quality, baby. So this is an oil tan leather, and it's the Oro Legacy leather, which I actually really love. And you know, this leather, I think it goes well. It's quite versatile. You can wear this with blue denim, you can wear this with black denim I've seen, which looks really nice as well. You can wear them with chinos, which looks really nice, some green chinos. So this leather, I think, ages really well, and also it's quite versatile, dressing it and styling it in a manner you would like. And so the oil tan leather, this leather is water, stain, and perspiration resistant, and has more natural look and feel because less finishing materials have been applied, so it allows its natural beauty to shine through as you wear and as it ages, which I've seen in the streets, and I'm like, I need to get this boot. Oh, why don't I have it? Oh, by the way, I'm wearing a vintage Rolex for those of you who ask about my watches. It's an oyster date. Okay, so let's break this boot down. Let's break down the Classic 875 Moc Toe and why the Moc Toe, the Red Wing Moc Toe, is as comfortable, as lovely, and as iconic as it is. So let's get into it. So to make a Red Wing boot, there's over 230 hand operations in total, and in the fitting room there are over 30 steps. Stitching is mostly freeform handwork, and there are 5 stages of how Red Wing boots are made. So the stage 1 is cutting the leather, stage 2 is sewing the leather pieces together, which also is a fitting, stage 3 giving the boots their famous fit, which I always talk about the last, and this is on the 23 last, and then stage 4 attaching the outsoles, and then stage 5 is adding the finishing look before it goes out to our feet and to the stores. They give it a nice finish. All right. The shoemaking process begins with cutting the leather for the shoe. Highly trained leather cutters carefully lay out the cutting dies on every hide, and since no two sides of leather are the same, selecting the best parts for our shoes is an art that can be performed by only expert craftsmen. What makes the Moc Toe so comfortable is that it's actually leather lined. So like a baseball glove, it's just, with the heat and the wear, it's just gonna form to your foot, and it's going to just get more and more comfortable as you wear it. The next stage of creating the Moc Toe is we have the upper part of the boot with the external heel counter, and then the heel cup inside here. You can see it's all leather. Now there's stages that have been skipped because we have the gusset already attached and also the eyelets already attached to the upper. But this here, let me see if you can see. Leather heel cup here, leather external counter on that Oro. And this is before we get that triple stitch action, which Red Wing is infamous for. Where are you, triple stitch? Where are you? The cut leather pieces are carefully hand sewn together to form the upper of the shoe. The same Puritan sewing machines that did the job when Red Wing was founded are still used today. The triple needle Puritan stitch, which I call triple stitch, fastens the upper quarters to the lower vamp. The iconic wax chain stitch gives the boot its strength, elasticity, and performance. And so that ends up looking like this thing here. We end up with this. So now we have the upper attached to the vamp. And you see that leather. And what they do is actually they use adhesive as well to piece the leather together. So you have the stitching and then you have some adhesive to keep these leathers together. And then here we have that beautiful triple stitch in the upper and the vamp together. So then the upper is pulled over the shoe last, and this is made on the 23 last. And so it starts to get that form once it's on a last like this. And it's attached to a leather insole here to give the shoe its shape, volume, and dimension. And then this step ensures that every boot fits exactly the same. So they use that last to make sure that each Moc Toe, 875 Moc Toe, has that same fit. Now the next phase would be adding the Goodyear Weld construction and the outer sole to the boot. So that would be this, adding the Goodyear Weld. So what they do is they cut off some of this excess here, and you can see that they cut off some of the excess here, and then they add on the Goodyear Weld. So all Moc Toes are manufactured with a Goodyear Weld. And the Goodyear Weld is a small leather strip which is attached to the upper and insole of the shoe. The outer sole will be glued and stitched on the leather strip, which creates a really strong and durable construction. The leather welt is sewn onto the upper and ply rib of the insole. This is the ply rib here of the insole. This step creates a durable connection point for the bottom. This elaborate method yields the highest quality shoes that are both durable and comfortable. The welt construction also makes the resoling of boots possible, guaranteeing continued long-term use. So if you get that traction tread sole and you want a Vibram lug sole, as long as the Goodyear welt is in good condition, they can do that for you. But once this actually breaks, then your shoe is pretty much done. So the next step would be adding the cork to the boot, and that looks like this here. And what they do is they take the cork and they just layer it like that, and they call it, looks like peanut butter, they say, like spreading peanut butter. And this adds to the comfort as well because this will shape to your foot. Then the next phase, the midsole is cemented and stitched to the welt with a durable lock stitch. This step provides a stable platform under the foot. I wonder how this would feel wearing this around. I wonder if Red Wing could make slippers like this. So you have your boot and then you could wear these around the house as slippers. That would be interesting. Kind of fun. So then you go with attaching, oops. So then you go with attaching the famous traction tread sole. Now this is set on a machine and it's pressed onto the upper part of the boot, pressed down, and then they end up trimming all this excess edges around here, which someone said to me that they would like to walk around with this and have boots that have this edge all around. I can kind of see it would be kind of like a take on the whole Balenciaga sneaker that had that outrageous outsole, like what they call the dad sneaker. That would be the next phase here with your boot. If you left on the Access traction tread sole outsole on the boot and walked around with that, I think you would be tripping and upstairs and catching yourself in sidewalk edges with the boot like that. But then anyway, so this gets trimmed off, and then you have the final product, the gorgeous Moc Toe 875, ready for your feet. All boots are carefully inspected twice before being packed into shoe boxes. Each boot is clean, laced, and finished by a team of expert shoe finishers. Then it's off to your feet and stores. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, be a boot. See you guys next time.